After her disturbing debut Home, writer-director Ursula Meier is once again playing unhappy families, this time with Sister, a drama set at a Swiss ski resort and centred on a boy who supports his sister by stealing from the wealthy guests. I sat down with Ursula over afternoon tea to discuss why she's so drawn to family dysfunction. So obviously, a dysfunctional family
Yeah.
makes for a good dramatic story, but the families in your films, they are at the very extreme end of dysfunction. They're extremely dysfunctional.
Yeah.
More than most films.
Yes.
What draws you to this?
Why?
Yeah.
You think?
Why so extreme?
Yes, because I like the extreme character usually in the life, but also of course in cinema. I like the border and very strong character. I like when the character have failures, are crazy, and I like when they are not in the norm. I hate the norm. Even in cinema, I hate when every film is in box like that. I hate to break box and to across lot of things. And so in family, it's a good place to do that because now family is so an institution in our world. For example, you ask to the people what is the most important in your life now, and usually people say family now. And you have a lot of divorce, recompose family, lot of now the model of family explodes in now. But years before, when you ask to the people what is the most important in your life, they said work, different things. And now people are very, how to say, it's maybe the last community in which they believe, family. And family, the model is crazy. So that's why maybe I like this very dysfunction character in family. This is a good place, I think.
In this film, you have a child actor in the role of an adult. You had worked with him before on Home. So did you know after doing that film that he was the right person for this? Because he has to be very adult in his emotions as well, in what he can express. Did you already have a sense of that during the making of Home?
During Home, yeah, when I shoot Home, so before Home, I work with him a lot because he never played before. It was his first film. He was just 8, so it's very young.
We should say the name actually for the people who are watching. The name of this actor.
Yes, Casey Motte Klein. And so he was just 8 when he played the son of Isabelle Huppert in Home, my first feature film. And it was amazing to work with him because he's so so clever, so good. So he understands that to be an actor, it's not acting, it's to embody the character. And on Home, we made a big work, not on the character, but in the life. It was with empiric method, totally empiric, and so it was amazing. And during the shooting of Home, I think I really want to do something with this boy because he was exceptional. And so after the film, I said, okay, maybe I want to write my next film for him. And so it was in my head during the process of writing.
It's called Sister, so obviously the most important part is casting the sister. So how did you settle on Leah as your number one choice?
Yes.
Why her?
Yeah, it's funny because for Casey, I write the film for Casey, so he was in my head, and I have to go very quickly because he was. At 12 is very particular age in the life. It's no more a child, but it's not really a teenage. It's this no man's land age, and it's very a quick moment. And I have really to go very fast to shoot this very no man's land age. And in my head, I thought about another actress, but I was not really sure.
Can you tell us who that was?
No, but she's an amazing actress. It's not a question of good or not. It's a question of character. But I have problem with the end. I was at the end of the process of the writing, and I was not happy with the end, the last part of the film, the third act. And it was really at the end, and so I say, okay, I will make a casting for this character. I don't see a lot of actresses, maybe 8, and I saw at the end Léa Seydoux, and when I saw her, I understand something about my film, because with Léa, you don't, how to say, all the social aspect fall down, because she don't. When you saw Léa in the film, you don't know where she come from. Maybe she come from a high level social. We don't know. It's not on the body. It's not on the face. And with Léa, you can't catch her. She has something very. You can feel that there is failure in the character, that there is a secret garden, that there is very deep failure, deep sadness on her, but you don't have to explain with dialogue the past of the character. When you know the truth in the film, suddenly you understand everything, and the failure and you can feel the failures of the character. And what I like with Léa also is that sometimes she looks like 15, sometimes she looks like 27, the age of the character. And for the film, it's great, of sure, because when you know the truth, it's very nice to have this. And the film go more to a fable, because the film is not so social film for me. And with Léa, we go more in a fable, like a fairy tale. For example, she's not too much social. Because the film starts like a social film, but I don't want that that it continues as a social film. So we can talk about that. But with Léa, I understand something on my film, that it's more a fable than a very realist film.
Viens dans les mouvements. C'est un peu comme ta chambre ici. Je pas pu rentrer avant. T'as été, toi? Oui, oui. Tiens, j'ai un truc pour toi.
C'est de l'argent?
Je sais pas.
Il est joli. Tu me le mets? Merci.
T'as combien là?
Tu me passes les skis là?
C'est un sacré paquet, on dirait. Ça rapporte les skis. Ça vaut combien ça?
9. Avec les fixes.
1002, 1003. Ah ouais? Et tu revends ça combien?
Ski comme celui-là. 200 facile. Ouais. C'est beau, hein?
And after working with, one of the biggest French actresses of all time in your first film, working with Isabelle Huppert, very early on in your career, did that just make you extremely confident going into this film?
Yes, maybe you're right, because now I understand with time. I just understand maybe 2 weeks ago that when you work for a child, you take all the risk, because he's a child. He can abandon the film. He have no really professional. He's a child. He's not a professional actor. So if he have fed up, he have fed up with the film. And for the production, it's not a star, so it's more difficult to convey producers and TV and so. And maybe it was good for me, because home was yes, was a quite success, and after this film, to work with to write for a child and to work with a child, maybe I like to be in danger, to feel danger that I can't sleep at home on my. Okay, I made with Isabelle Huppert and so I start again as I never shoot a film, and with Casey we work with a little boy, Casey Motte-Klein, we work a lot, months and months on this character, and I don't want to be to sleep after this first film, and but sure with Isabelle it's not the same because she's so incredible actress that you give some intention of the character, you directed, but she's so amazing that you. But with Casey Motte-Klein, every word, every intonation, every gestures was thinking and was directed. Yeah, there is no improvisation in the film, so you have to do everything. So it's a lot of work, but it's very exciting. But it's very completely different than with Isabelle Huppert because she gives so much to the film.
You said that you had to write this really quickly, and you wrote this with 2 other writers.
Yeah.
Was that part of the reason for doing it that way? Because I would have thought that would make it slower, having to take on board everyone's ideas and figuring out what worked.
Yes, no, I work with, we were 3 at the beginning, and at the end we finished the film at 2 with Antoine Jacou. And it was maybe, we can go maybe not faster but deeper. When you are 2 it's more easy to work, and with 3 it's another point of view again, so we go very deeper. It was more easy to work. And Antoine Jacou, the Swiss co-writer, was also in my first film, TV film for Arte, Strong Shoulders. And he worked on Home also, and on this one. So, yes.
The scene in which Simon, he tries to buy his way into his sister's bed. Now, I said in my review what I thought had happened was when he offers her the money, she's actually thinking about taking it, and then pretends to be offended, and how could you offer me this money? Do you agree with this? Do you think that she might have taken that money?
Sure, she's thinking, because these 2 characters are so, both are like child, it's 2 child, and maybe Simon is the adult of this strange couple, and to affront very incredible situation, very crazy situation, they played as a child every time. At the beginning of the film, when they fight on the sandwiches, they fight like 2 animals, like 2 child, but their eating sandwich will come from tourists, because Simon stole this sandwich in the ski station, and I like because they played in a sense they played, and at this moment it's a bad play, it's a stupid play, but they played also because he proposed 100 francs, Swiss francs. And she say, at first he says, "You're crazy, no." And he say, 200. And at one moment she look at him and say, "Okay, you want to play at this bad place?" And say, "Okay." And she asks more. And at this moment you don't feel very well as spectator because he just want to buy love. And but it's a bad play. But at this moment, the film take another way, because after that, we understand that she drink too much, and because she know that she don't have to do that. She know that it's bad, that it's stupid. And this moment, the film go in another way. Yes.
Can you tell me about your approach to shooting the scenes at the home and shooting the scenes in the ski resort? The 2 worlds feel and look very, very different.
My cinematographer, Agnès Godard, we really try to go against the cliché, because in the plane, in the industrial play, we don't want to be too much miserabilisme, too much sad and so, and we try to go more in a kind of fairy tale, something like that. So she used blue color as a Christmas part and so. And we opened because the apartment is very close, but outside in the plane, when Simon across the field, we have very large plane shot, very large shot, and you can see the mountain very back on the back. And where we are in this incredible walk in the Alps, one of the most beautiful places around the world. We are on toilet, we are in the room of the seasonal worker, it's very close, and we try to follow this seasonal worker because Simon is a worker also, and with close up we follow him when he stole things and like a little ant, yeah. And so we don't want to show how beautiful is the mountain, how all the beautiful aspects of the mountain. We don't want to be in a tourist film. And so we really try to go against the cliché. And it's just at the end when Simon is alone in the ski station, the snow is no more, there is no more snow, no more tourists, it's closed, he's alone. And for the first time he became to be he tried to be a child, he cried, he played. And at this moment, for the first time, we use very large shot. And for the first time, we see really the mountain because Simon look at the mountain for the first time because he don't walk anymore. He's just here. He's thinking about his life in a so big solitude. And this is the first time that yes, we can see the Alps. He don't care about ski. And you know that at that moment, you know that he don't know skiing. He can't. He have a costume of skier, but it's a costume of a thief. He have to look like a skier, but he's not a skier, he's a thief.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
To live up to Home as a debut, there was a risk. I thought, how can it be as good as Home?
Yeah.
And you pulled it off.
I'm very touching
we really
because
very much enjoyed it.
I try at each film, I really try to take risk and not to do the same and to go another way where I think maybe I'm fear because I say after Home you take a big risk to write for a child and so I'm very happy that you say that because I try to be the most honest and to try things and not to be sleeping and to work.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.